Hi, Priya. How are you doing?
I'm doing amazing, ma'am. Thank you so much for asking. And how about you?
I'm doing great as well and eager to have this wonderful session. So, Priya, I want to know about you because I only know your name. So, have
Yes,
just give a
of
quick
course.
introduction. Hmm.
Yeah, even I'm too eager to giving my introduction. So, as you
Hmm.
already know my name, I'm Priya. I'm from Tamil Nadu. I'm doing my graduation in final year, especially in the stream of BA English Literature. I have run a YouTube channel called Priya's English World, where I can post spoken English related content videos. And recently, I have started doing this conversation types of videos with a lot of people. So, I would like to do this, especially, ma'am. So, I have found out your videos recently, but I have been following your videos last year, but I could not know you are the exact person. So recently I have watched one kind of conversation, then I have found yes, you are that person which I have already watched that video in
Okay.
another channel like that. So I felt very happy and I'm eager to have a conversation with you to know a lot of things because you are not only taking online classes, doing session, but also you are taking care of your family. So I have heard about in many conversation videos. So I'm so curious to make this conversation with you. So that's it all
Yes.
about me, ma'am. I'm so eager to have this conversation with you.
Okay, fine. So happy to know about you. And I feel so happy when I connect with young people and when I get to know that how curious they are to learn this language, right? Because we live in this era of distraction. Because technology has blessed us with so many things, but yes, it is. I think it causes a great distraction in our lives. So I encounter so many young people who I guess who have lost their way and they are out of track. But when I get a chance to see people like you who are doing amazingly well in their lives in terms of their studies and career, so it gives me immense happiness. So wonderful, keep up the great job. And I am curious to know, how did you decide to create your channel, and how is it going, and how it is helping in enhancing your communication skills?
Wow, I really like this question, ma'am. So yes, of course, I would love to answer this question too. So, but basically, I did not have any idea to create this channel last year. I
Hmm.
randomly created. In that time, I could not know what to do, what kind of videos I have to post. Nothing, ma'am. I was blank in that time. I randomly created. I have posted some videos related to tenses, but I did not reveal up my face in that time. After few months ago, then after I found out my niche, okay, I want to learn English. I have to develop my communication. So this was my interest. Then after I
Hmm.
found out my passion and I started to reveal up my face and started to uploading videos like spoken English related content. To be honest, when I was started my channel in that time, I did not know how to speak English. I
Okay.
usually written all the scripts, then I memorize and then I express myself in front of the camera. And after the days passed, after the month passed, I have seen the improvement of my speaking skill. Okay, I'm gradually improving. So then after I got confidence. But when I was started, I have received a lot of negative comments too. Like, you are not speaking, you are reading. We can also do. Like that, I
Hmm.
have received these kind of comments. Yes, it
Hmm.
disheartened me. I heartbroken in that time, but I never ever give up. I took that negative comments too in a positive manner. So that's why right now I'm here and I'm having a conversation with you with this amount of confidence with good English. So this is how my channel was started and simultaneously my English journey also started, ma'am.
Wow, outstanding. They say dream it, believe it, and achieve it. I think you are the true paradigm of this line, because you dreamt, right? And you believed in yourself, and see you are all on that way of achieving it. So you just mentioned thing here about negative feedback, right? So yes, when we expose ourselves on social media, right? So it's kind of a double-edged sword because some people they treat us with deference, and some people censure it. So we need to ready to embrace positive comments also, and to face negative comments also. But yes, if we take our negative feedback in a very constructive way, there are two types of comments. Okay, there are certain people who just want to who only want to throw people under the bus. They just humiliate people without any reason. It's their tendency. I don't know why they do these kind of things, right? But there are some audience or some people who watch our videos and who want to see us progressing, who want to see us becoming better day by day. So when I get certain kind of negative feedback from my constructive audience, I take it, I embrace it, and I always work on those comments. I always work on those areas which my audience, suggests me to work on. So always, focus on the constructive feedback, be it negative or positive. And those comments who have nothing to do with our progress, our growth, just give a blind eye to those and give a deaf ear to them. Right? This is the way to deal with. Otherwise, these kind of comments affect our mental peace, right? we
Yes.
can't say we can't say कि हमें कोई फर्क नहीं पड़ता. It actually affects our mental peace. So that's why I'm telling you, because people, uh, we don't know which sort of comments we are going to get. And the thing is, we should focus on our journey, the process of learning, right? And that's how you dealt with, you had that pragmatic approach towards your learning, and that is the reason you are sitting here. So well done, keep up.
Wow. Thank you so much, ma'am. Yes. You have mentioned a beautiful thing here. A lot of peoples are waiting to pull her legs down, not ready to
Yes,
engage us, especially. So when it comes
right.
to me as a youngster, so in that time I did not know how to handle it. I suffered a
Hmm.
lot. But right now I have learned so many things from that.
Yes.
But I'm a person like optimistic person. I don't concentrate on negativity. I usually hate naysayers, ma'am.
Hmm. Very nice, because we all know a positive mind finds a way. So if you have that positive approach towards anything, towards your problems, towards your challenges, I think you can handle that thing very nicely, right?
Yes.
Because most of the time, what we do, we panic over trivial stuff. So instead of sweating or trivial stuff, we should always focus on the brighter side of anything, right? And as you are in this learning process, so what do you think, if I talk about present moment, so what are those gray areas you think that you should work on, or what are you adding to your vocabulary these days?
Yeah. So when it comes to vocabulary part, so I think before moving to that topic, I would like
Mm.
to express my idea where I'm working
Mhm.
nowadays, especially on my
Okay.
English, especially
Mhm.
in grammar part. Because when
Mhm.
I was beginner, I did not concentrate that much on grammar. I have improved
Okay.
something, now I'm speaking.
Mm.
Now, right now, I'm on an intermediate level. So when I started to making conversation with like you people, so from
Mhm.
a communication trainer like that means they are just correcting my mistakes and they are
Okay.
point out my mistake. Here is the area that you have to work on like that. So in that time
Okay.
only I came to realize, okay, here I have to work more upon like that.
Hmm.
The places which I'm rightly working on is tenses part. We already know
Okay.
12 tenses are there, like every formulas we know. But when it comes to the realistic conversation,
Yes.
we perplex sometime.
Mhm.
I have been facing the issues. So I have to
Okay.
work on more. Then preposition.
Mhm.
So where to use
Okay.
the proper and appropriate preposition. So in
Hmm.
that Yeah, I have been working on. And when it comes to vocabulary part, yes, ma'am, everyone love to use a fancy vocabulary, because normally ordinary people use basic English. But
Yes.
when someone decided to learn English or decided to improve their English level into advancements, they are mostly focused on vocabulary part, learning fancy idioms, phrases like that.
Mm-hmm.
When it comes to me, I don't like to learn so many fancy vocabulary because I have done a
Mm-hmm.
mistake when I was a beginner. I maintained a separate notebook. I wrote a lot of words with meanings and example sentence. But when it comes to speaking, I did not use
Mm-hmm.
those words. Still now, I'm
Yeah.
not using it. So I think it's waste of time. Nowadays, I'm not giving lot of concentration to learning new vocabularies. Apart from that, if I'm watching any videos or any conversation videos, means in that time, people only use needed vocabularies, which means
Yes.
authentic vocabulary. So when I'm
Hmm.
listening, when I'm watching some kind of videos, frequently I'll some listen a particular words. So it automatically register in my subconscious mind. Then I just find out
Right.
that meaning. So it is easy for me to learn vocabulary in a natural process. So I don't like artificial process. I want to learn vocabulary in a natural process. So that's why nowadays I'm improving as well as enjoying, ma'am.
Very nice. You brought a very good point here. Many times people jot down so many words. They just fill their notebooks with vocabulary words, and they never use those words actually, right? Sometimes they try to use, but they end up fumbling or by stucking, right? So what is the reason? Because they don't pay attention how to use idioms or phrases or any word. What is the function of that word and how we can use one particular word in different scenarios. So uh, you try to listen to some content, and then when you get to know any new word, then you learn. And actually, here comes another point, that we should pay attention to listening part also. Many times what I have observed, everyone wants to speak up, right? Because people think that communication skills all about just speaking. That's not true actually. We should be a good listener. If you want to become a good speaker, first try to become a good listener,
Yes,
right?
absolutely.
Right, yes, you need to observe people, how they speak, how they present themselves, how they pronounce certain words, because this is not our first language. There are certain confusions. There are certain situations where we don't know the exact pronunciation of the word. Sometimes one word comes with multiple pronunciations.
Yes,
So
ma'am.
we get perplexed actually, how to pronounce this word, right? So if you are a good listener, if you listen to certain podcast or anything which is related with English, you will add natural you will add that vocabulary in a very natural process. That's what exactly you are doing. So I appreciate, because you have adapted a very correct approach towards adding vocabulary. This is the best way. I always tell to my learners, if you want to add any vocabulary word, try to find a context. Okay, because if we have any context, we it helps us to recall that word. So sometimes I am also in habit of watching Priyanka Chopra or Sushmita Sen's short videos. Most of the time I try to watch and listen to Priyanka Chopra because she uses amazing vocabulary, incredible, right? Yes. So I can tell you that the idioms or phrases or the words I use, uh, credit goes to Priyanka Chopra, because I often watch and listen to her, and I can easily use those words. First, what I do, I try to find certain sentences related with that idiom, right? And then I explore that word in different perspective. I practice that word, and during my these conversation, I try to use those words. This is how I make my learning permanent. So if you think that you just listen to any podcast, you note any word, you are good to go, you can use that word. No, it is not that much easy, right? So you should adapt a practical strategy. See, I've been learning this language for a long time now, right? Though I conduct sessions, I take classes also, but still I am a learner of this language. There are so many things which I need to learn. So I never say that I train people. I don't train people, I help people. But I keep on revising my stuff. I keep on brushing up my stuff. That is the reason I can use certain advanced words or certain idioms or phrases in my conversation. So it's all about practice. That's it. If you want to be a good speaker, first you need to be a good listener and you need to be consistent with your practice. That's the only trick. What do you
Yes,
think?
absolutely right. So it was
Right?
amazing to hear about your valuable points. Yes, I'm just adding into my English journey too, ma'am. It will definitely
Yes.
help for me.
True that. And see, through your journey, you shared some valuable tips, and I hope all these things are going to be valuable for our audience also. So thank you so much for sharing your, tips or sharing your journey with us because I learned a lot from your journey.
So much for your valuable points, ma'am. I have thoroughly enjoyed this session and learned so many things too. So once again, thank you so much.